actually use a new tool today, and it's called the pen tool. The pen tool looks just like this. You might see other icons, but if you do, select the pen tool, and then you should have your layers and history palette on the right hand side. And if you do, let's go ahead and click on layer, new layer. There we go. And that's okay, call it layer 1. Alright, so let me show you about the pen tool. And with the pen tool, basically you can create really cool drawings. I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of a Google search here. As you can see, some of these really cool artworks, like this one right here, as you can see. Other things you can do, like, you know, a nice little balloon over here. Let me go ahead and bring this in a little bit. And other things, and you know, here we go, another nice little drawing. So a lot of really beautiful stuff that you can create, like clip arts and icons and, you know, things like that that really are impressive, in other words, you know. So that's what the pen tool does, although a lot of this is probably done using Illustrator. Look at that. I'm sure that's an Illustrator thing, but it says here it's created with a pen tool. So at any rate, whichever one you want to use, okay, this kind of gives you a little indication of what the pen tool does. So let's go ahead and go back into Photoshop, and you have layer 1 selected. Here's the pen tool, and follow along as best as you can. So we're going to use a combination of a lot of tools here. Hopefully you'll be able to follow. Please stop the video, rewind as needed. Alrighty, here we go. So I'm going to go ahead, as you can see, my pen tool is ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and click here, then a little bit up, okay, right about there. Then I'm going to go up a little bit like here. In other words, you'll see what I'm going to try to do here. Okay, click, and then just before I go back to the beginning, you'll notice a little O that appears, okay? Right, see, there's a little O in the right hand corner. So when I do that, that means I'm back to the original. So click, and there we have it. Okay, we're going to fix this up a little bit. So with this said, I am going to use my guides, and in order to use guides, you have to have the ruler. So you want to be able to view rulers, okay, or Command R. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and move this down right above there, and already you can see that the top is not lined up. Well, we're going to fix that right now. I'm going to also move this down so that it kind of helps me match up this little anchor point and this little anchor point. Then I'm going to guide from the left side over right to the middle, okay, and see if I can kind of do the best I can to match that. Okay, so let's do this. Now, in order to move these anchor points, okay, I need to use this icon right here. Okay, this is called the path selection tool, and if I press and hold, you'll see there's also a direct selection tool. You need to select the direct selection tool. Okay, and if I click out and if I click back on the shape right there, you'll notice that the anchor points turn white, and with that I can actually move it. You see, now I'm going to be able to kind of match the two anchors over here so that they're in the same level. I will do the same thing over here. You'll see that I kind of have that, and then same thing over here. Alright, looks a little more organized. I mean, a lot of times you have to just eye it. Alright, here we have it. And so again, this is about 28, and 28 divided by 2 is 14. So 14, I think that's good enough. Okay. Alright, let me show you what we're going to do next. So we were able to use the anchor tool to kind of like make this shape here, and then what we're going to do is go back to the pen tool, and now we're going to go back to here, convert point tool. Look at that. So I'm going to go here and watch what I do carefully. I'm going to select the top part here, and I'm going to glide to the right. There, we're going to curve it. I'm going to do the same thing here, glide to the right. And you can use the guides to kind of guide you as you move to the right. Here, I'm going to glide down. As you can see, I'm curving. Here's a little different. You got to glide up. Beautiful. And down below, you can leave it alone, although some people love the curve, whatever the case may be. There we go. Now we got a heart shape. What do we do from here? Okay, let's go back to the direct selection tool. And at this point, what we're going to do is we are going to, in any part, whether it's the border or the anchor, I like to choose the anchor. I'm going to right click, there we go, and I'm going to select make selection. And when that happens, okay, it's going to ask me feather radius 0 pixels. Let's go ahead and just press OK, add 0. And now look at this. Now I can go ahead and change the color to red. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to change it to a paint bucket tool. Alrighty. Make sure the layer is selected, and I'm just going to, there it is. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, and that's how we create a little shape of a heart. Hope you enjoyed it. We're moving on to the next one.